Bienvenidos a Esperanza Bense, donde la Esperanza Bense. Welcome to Esperanza Bense, where hope wins. How's it going? Hey, we got a jumper. Whenever I start shuffling with my left hand, I always get a jumper. Nine of Cups. A great card for emotional fulfillment. But with the Nine of Cups reversed, we have to be careful what we're wishing for. We have to be careful about where we're sending our emotional energy. Scorpio season is a time to feel very deeply and go very deep. And with all of that energy behind our emotions, things can actually turn out the way that we wish. So careful what we wish for, we might get it. All right. So that's going to flavor our reading today. I'll pray over these cards and do our quick hit tarot. Thanks for being here. If you're usually here, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, friends. And, if you're here for the first time, thank you for stopping by. And I hope you stop by again and again. We meet here every Monday through Friday for Quick Hits Tarot. I intend to pull 3 cards, but if I get a jumper or a couple more cards, at least 3 cards we pull, and then we just try to get a vibe for the day. Sometimes talk about astrology and stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to pray over these cards and see what they have to say about the energy for Monday, the 3rd of November, 2025. Wow, November. Holy moly. Okay. Near past, present tense, near future. And Ace of Swords reversed on the bottom of the deck was talking. That's also like be careful what you wish for. Be careful where you put your emotional energy. Be careful what you say. Like, oh, I really wish so and so would do this or that. They might. And with the Ace of Swords reversed, I think we have to be careful with our words. This is at the bottom of the deck. That's so interesting. Yeah, sometimes I want what's at the bottom of the deck in addition to our near past, present tense, and near future. Holy moly. Holy cannolis and holy molies. Okay. Can you see? How did I used to do it like this, didn't I? I'll have to see what the video does when it comes up. But with the Tower reversed, these are things falling apart, but things falling apart that we knew had to go. These are structures and situations and stabilities that we had in our life that needed to be dismantled. They weren't working. I could think about this in the large scale and on the small scale. There's a lot of Uranus energy. Uranus is moving back into Taurus. So, like, there's an energy of sort of disruptions that we already saw coming before, because Uranus was in Taurus until the 7th of July this year, so 2025. So we kind of got a feel for the disruptions to currency, the disruptions to our sense of land, our sense of comfort, our Venusian activities, our Taurus activities, which would be stability, comfort, knowing what to expect, having work, and so forth. There's been disruptions to food and and also the cattle industry. I mean, hello, and ranching in general. There have been disruptions to farming. Yeah, and there's actually been, disruptions to the land itself, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions and things like that. So the Tower reversed represents those eruptions that we could see coming, but there's not much we could have done about it. The Hierophant is so interesting because this is number 5. Okay, 5s are like uneven numbers, you know what I mean? It makes 5 sticks make a star. You know what I mean? A 5-pointed star. The Hierophant is definitely someone who is in charge spiritually. They have access between the pillars of knowledge. They have access to society, whereas the High Priestess has access behind the veil to the unseen. She doesn't speak. The Hierophant actually makes the rules and other people follow. The Hierophant is a paternal structure or paternal figure, an institution, any type of institutionalized education, religion, situation where there's a hierarchy, Hierophant, hierarchy, where we go to someone, where we go to a padre or a papa and get our teachings and learn the way things ought to, quote unquote, ought to be done. Okay, and then with the Empress, she's kind of doing her own thing. Like, she, in the near future, is somebody that we can rely upon to maintain their own personal beauty no matter what, to maintain their sovereign comforts, their sovereign Taurian activities. Her farm is doing just fine. She's definitely pretty relaxed in this day and age. So maybe because she's been at one with nature the whole time, and maybe because she's in the natural, divine, feminine, fertile flow, she can have comfort even during disruptive times. There might be a disruption to the way things always have been. And in the near future, we might really want to lean into our Venusian activities, lean into the Taurus, lean into the earth, lean into the Empress energy, which is the divine feminine mother, grandmother. She is no spring chicken, but she flourishes in the spring and summer months. But she's got a wonderful harvest, you know. She protects her right to be beautiful and comfortable in her own beauty. Her scepter assures that, you know, she doesn't need to be using this as a weapon. She uses this as her power tool so that other people can use their weapons on her behalf. Okay? So the Empress is in charge of her own fertility, meaning of people, places, or things. The Empress can mean pregnancy, but it can mean pregnancy of a person, a pregnancy or fertility of a project or of a place, like even the land itself. And then with the Hierophant, in the present tense, things are humming along the way they've always been, but there might be some disruption to that structure. And those of us who are going to thrive and lean into the Empress energy are those of us who know how to grow and regrow and reinvest in our own harvests, and to take the momentum that the past harvests have given us and to keep planting seeds and growing forth as our sovereign selves. Okay, that's what I have for you for today. Love you, bye.